Okay, multiplying and dividing expressions is written a little bit differently now that we're talking about algebra. Instead of a times b, we just put them next to each other. A, b, they're being multiplied together. A divided by b is a, divider line, b. So they mean the same thing. If you multiply a number or a variable by itself, it is squared. If you did it 3 times, it would be cubed. And now the good news is, because of the commutative property of multiplication, all that means is you can do them in either order. In fact, in any order. If you're multiplying things together, it doesn't matter which ones you multiply first. So 3 times a and a times 3 are equal to each other. The order is not important. And that's associative property as well, meaning however you associate them, basically whatever order it is, it works. So this is 3ab. It could also be written as 3ba. That's kind of more logical to write them in alphabetical order. It's true that it's AB3, but that looks weird. That's confusing. It's best to start with the number and then the variables. So, in fact, numbers are written first in a term. Remember, these things are all terms. And then the pronumerals or the variables are written in alphabetical order. So, taking something like this, the coefficient of 2 comes first, and then even though they're in different orders, we know from the associative properties that they can go in alphabetical order and still mean the same thing. When you're dividing, any common factor in the numerator and denominator can be canceled. So for something complex like this, I'll zoom in a little bit here, we know that between 4 and 2, we can divide each of those by 2 and cancel them. And we also know that, that if we've got letters like B in both top, bottom, numerator and denominator, we can cross them out. So we'll do some work here below and we'll check it out. So if we're going to write 4abc without multiplication signs, well, that's easy, because putting them next to each other now means I am multiplying them together. So the answer is 4abc. Is it also 4bca? Sure, but that's silly. Let's write them in alphabetical order because it's better. Simplify this, given your final answer, without multiplication signs. Okay. So what we know is we've got 4a times 2b times 3c. And what that really is 4 times a times 2 times b times 3 times c. And you're thinking, but Mr. Burns, you're not allowed to use these multiplication signs. Well, let me just clean it up. Because it's associative, I can put all the numbers together, 4 times 2 times 3, and then a times b times c. And 4 times 2 is 8 times 3 is 24 a, b, c. You could probably do that in your head, but that's how I worked it out. Simplify 3w times 4w. Well, these are both the same. So I'm really doing 3 times w times 4 times w. And this is where we sometimes make a mistake here and we miss something really important. If we reorder them into 3 times 4, it's not just times w, it's times w times w. And if you remember up here, if a number is multiplied by itself, it is squared. So the answer will then be, oops, where did you go? Equals 3 times 4 is 12, w times w, or w squared. Okay, now this example, write this without a division sign. We know that dividing something is the same as putting a divided by b is a, divider line, b. So let's do the same thing there. So if that, these terms, 3x plus 1, the whole thing is divided by 5, divided by 5. Couldn't be easier. Now we want to simplify this expression. Let's see. Between 8 and 12, we have a common factor of 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Is that the best I can do? Hey, I've got b on the top and the bottom. So we get rid of that, and we end up with 2a over a very sloppily written 3. Fantastic! Now you've got some work to do.